Our next speaker is Aditi Chodavarapu. Aditi is a 10th grade student at Unionville. She is a dedicated musician, studying classical guitar, performing in musicals, and singing in multiple choir ensembles. She is also involved in her school's debate program, where she competes in Lincoln Douglas debate. Outside of school, you'll find her nosing a new book, crafting trinkets out of clay, or with the people she loves, whether that's playing taco, cat, goat, cheese pizza with her sister, or having a Harry Potter movie marathon with her friend. In her talk, Aditi reflects on the spaces that have shaped her into the person she is today, inviting her audience to reflect on the rooms that have shaped her, and have shaped you guys too. This is The Rooms That Shape Us by Aditi Chodavarapu.
Hello. All right, I have a question for you today. What makes you, you? I don't think it's the grand, larger-than-life moments that personalities remember, like winning a huge competition or a medal, but rather, I think, and I believe, that we are shaped by the rooms that we spend the most time in. Classrooms, dining rooms, even waiting rooms. Think of every room you've ever entered, every door you've ever walked through. Each one of them teaches you something. How to interact, how to speak and listen, and who you allow yourself to be, both in the presence of others and alone. And as we all walk through this never-ending hallway of life, we absorb teachings and truths from these walls. Now, I'm going to allow you to take a peek into a few of the rooms that have shaped me into the person I am today. 3 years ago, I auditioned for my school's musical. I practiced constantly, in grocery store lines, in the car, probably in my sleep. And as I hoped, my work paid off. I was cast as the lead role. And as I walked through these auditorium doors for the first time, a community filled with diverse, interesting people greeted me. I created friendships I cherish even today. I was uplifted and motivated by my directors, who are now trusted mentors. But beyond that, I learned the most from myself. I discovered a new fear in this room, an imposter syndrome. Performing for strangers had never terrified me, but performing for peers, people who saw me every day in my math class, in the library, in the cafeteria, that was different. My personality wasn't just mine anymore, but it was on display. However, as the curtain rose and the stage lights warmed my face, I gained a certainty in my role in this room. With every rehearsal, every correction, every missed note, I'd succeeded in building something almost stronger than confidence. I built an evidence that I could try and fail, grow and improve, and still belong, both in my own skin and in that room. On closing night, I stepped out of the theater for the last time, taking a newfound sense of self-assuredness with me. I now open the door to a room that might give you some deja vu. I still remember the moment the door to my 4th grade classroom transformed into a virtual one. Only at the deserted bus stop sign had I realized with much delight that the rest of the school week was off, but that week had stretched and stretched, and my routine changed with it. Waiting for the bus to arrive every morning became waiting for my instructor to admit me into the waiting room. My new backpack grew dusty, my pencils dull, and I didn't know how to handle it. That room, or lack of one I should say, taught me how to troubleshoot, to adapt. At 10 years old, I learned a new language, the language of digital literacy. Designing an entirely new normal, I challenged my problem-solving skills, and I had to learn how to do something new every day. But I learned to adapt. I learned to move through my conflicts, and this resourcefulness remains a part of me today. Even now, every unconventional moment, every piece of lateral thinking I apply, from folding abnormally shaped pieces of clothing to solving a complex math problem, quickly to a virtual meeting room. This next room is a quiet one. My grandparents are, and always will be, a huge part of my life. Sometimes they visit us, and other times I stay with them in India. My grandfather guided me through my very first game of chess. I lost. I taught him how to play Uno. My grandmother praised Amma Subbulakshmi as the greatest Carnatic singer of her generation, while I was in the background belting my rendition of Katy Perry's Roar. Growing up beside people who had already lived the decades I was so eager to experience had given me a perspective I hadn't yet known I need. Like many children, you'd find me bouncing off the walls. I was in a constant rush to grow up. But they had already done that. And somehow, sitting silently beside them on a balcony, watching the world instead of running towards it, I learned to pause. I was content in simply noticing. Their gentleness in each interaction with the world had unconsciously encouraged me and my buzzing childishness to breathe. My grandparents' melodic narratives nurtured my love for stories. Their favorite foods are now mine, and because of their level-headedness, I'm able to recognize my own melodramatic moments. Even now, walking out onto a balcony and gazing at the world below, I'm calm. So, what does this mean for you? By choosing to enter the room that promises a new experience, you are choosing to grow. People leaving the same space or jumping into a new one together find themselves on common ground, immediately sparking a conversation. Purposefully building rooms of color and light hold the power to shape someone's life for the better. My integrity, my sense of right and wrong, and every other element of my voice has been molded and shaped by each room I enter, each adventure I experience, each person I talk to. So I emphasize the importance of walking into each room with an open mind. It's difficult, but it's there. Recognizing the origin of your identity will strengthen it. And by understanding even the most ordinary spaces are shaping you quietly every day, you grow appreciation for the mundane. And I think the most beautiful part is that I don't know what rooms I'll enter next. Lecture halls, offices, unfamiliar cities, homes I haven't even seen yet. But I do know I will walk into them differently this time. I will notice the furniture, examine the paintings, and try to understand what it is telling me. For each of these rooms hide a lesson hidden in the walls, and I trust myself, I have to trust myself, to find it. Thus, I impart with you the knowledge. Please, every time you walk through a new door, big or small, bulky or not, metal or wooden, walk into it with an open mind. I know I will, and I implore you to do the same. Thank you.